what's going on, good people? What's going on? I know y'all might be busy watching the game or wrapping up watching the game. Your boy Maven been putting in a little work. So if you are in here now, go ahead and let me know you in the building. Let me see if they're offering anything. Oh no, that's not what I want to see. We'll look at that one. Let's wait. Let's close that. Let's close that.
55 yards away.
2 seconds to go. Tie game. I just turned it on to see a tie. Now you knew good and well.
The cloud wasn't built to handle everything, but that's okay. Because now you can bring a new kind of cloud experience to all your apps and data.
What's that? Y'all in here? Can y'all hear me? Jason says, am I the only one that doesn't hear anything? We went totally, listen, this thing shut off for a second. Ravens is nut was a big topic on Louisville Twitter today. Got me now. Yeah, okay, well, let me know y'all in here real quick. Okay, well, if y'all are in here, let me know you're in the building, Atlanta in the house. That looked like some real sabotage. So let me go get a glass real quick. Stop teasing. What do you mean? Shit, that thing shut down on its own. That shut all the way down. Look, it had me worried. I thought my computer was shut down. Okay, I'm just grabbing a glass. Sit tight, sit tight, sit tight. Just grabbing a glass, y'all. Nothing much to it. Let me grab my glass. Hold on. I gotta put a couple of waters in the refrigerator as well. We're all out of waters. Just sit tight, y'all. Here I come. Y'all know we got some important business to talk about. Couple fresh ice cubes. Hold on. My hand's kind of slippery, so okay. It's cool. It worked. 15 seconds, people. Woo! The least I could do is give me a couple of seconds. There you go. I hate Lil it's blowing up on Twitter. What's going on? Because I haven't really been much on Twitter today because we have to stay focused on what's really going on. Hold on, y'all. There you go. Okay. Gotta get there. Gotta minimize that. I'm getting there, y'all. Cut me some slack. We're gonna get it all. We're gonna get it all where it needs to be. Okay. Just gotta do a couple screenshots real quick. Okay, there's that one. Okay, sit tight with me, y'all. There's that one. I think I got one more to snap. Oh yeah, I gotta snap that one. Snap that one. I like this one too. I'm gonna add this one. I'm gonna add this one. There you go. No, Bill, I did not get a TV yet. Happy birthday, Louis. Louis B, it's your birthday? Happy birthday. Cheers, Louis B. Cheers. My birthday's in a couple of days. People are sounding off. Oh no, we're not moving on. There's a couple different steps here, y'all. Cashmere, what's good? I'm not doing that. Ravens, Raiders. I wish Lamar had his running backs. Overtime on Monday night. It doesn't hear anything. Okay, catching up. Okay, great. Got you now. Okay, I'm just catching up, y'all. Devin, what's up? Jordan, what's up? Walter's in the house. Chad's in the house. Stop teasing. Chad, this is not a tease, my man. Antron's in the building. Good evening. Good evening. Let's go, Lamar. What's up, Tyrone? Jesse, inside is very quiet. There's tremendous pressure on Vince. Antron hoping so. Get him on TV with the sound off, talk away. Okay, fair enough. Raiders out there. I hate Louisville blowing up on Twitter. People are sounding off, catching up. No, it's not next target. It's not next target because we're talking about systems here. Okay, I'm almost caught up. What's the change? Chad, relax, Chad. Don't be rude. We gotta have a conversation. Blake and Baker's doing it. Okay. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you. Sorry. What's up, good people? Okay, now we're caught up. In every walk of life, in every system, there's levers and fulcrums and pulleys and all that kind of good stuff. Some people are fulcrum, some people are the pulley, some people are the actual product, all this good stuff in every machine. So in the last, y'all think about this. We've been talking about this Noah Peterson situation for a few days now, right? A couple days, yes? See, now y'all gonna make me turn that on. Don't do that to me, y'all. I'm supposed to be minding my own business. Not watching that. But if y'all gonna keep doing that, I gotta put it on in the background at least. Maybe it won't play. That might be a good thing if it don't play here. Okay. Okay, that's muted. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, is that
the cloud wasn't built
okay?
to
So
handle
it just
everything,
ended.
but that's okay.
Okay, it just ended like that. Okay. Now I can turn it off. Okay, yeah, I just saw the ending. Okay, y'all. Yeah. We've been talking about these tweets for a while. You know, all that good stuff. We talked about the tweets. We talked about the feelings. Listen, we didn't rush to judgment on management, but we admitted that overall it's a really bad look from top to bottom, right? Anthony, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna break it all down. Yeah, but it's still a wrap. So the last couple of days I've been reaching out to boosters, or actually they've been kind of reaching out to me. Boosters, alumni, and investors. Now, 3 different groups for 3 different purposes. Boosters, alumni, investors. Because some things are going to have to change with me individually, with the school, and I don't want to say the third thing. So, first of all, yeah, he ain't got no running backs though. He'll be all right. Everybody knows he don't have his full team. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure we got the screenshots on demand. Okay, I don't need that one. I don't need that one. Don't worry, y'all. Sit tight. Let me see about this one. No, I don't need that one. Don't need that one. We'll definitely put that one up. Okay, there's that one. Hold on, y'all. We almost got them all. That one. Keep in mind, y'all, there's been a lot of time to digest this, okay? That's something important. Let's do that one. And let me see, what else was sent to me? What else was sent to me? Okay. Oh, there's one more. I don't even want to do him any justice because I'm feeling him for stepping up on this one too. Don't worry, come on, y'all. I mean, just sit tight with me. Y'all know I'm trying to get. Oh, okay. So I did have it in there, I think. Okay. Let me close my Twitter for a second. Comment section. Definitely not on Lamar. Big penalty, not Lamar's fault. That's short. This is on defense. Okay. So, yeah. All he needs is a score, though. So here's what's going on. We've had this going on for a while. We've been talking about it. We've had chances to see. Listen, y'all, the word has been out that we got a problem with this. The word's been out that we got a problem with this. The university as a whole has a problem with this. And I wanted to see how it would be handled. Would it be handled as who cares? Everybody went to school somewhere. Oh, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I wanted to know, like, after the things that the way things have been handled with this university, this was a perfect case study. This was a perfect case study of finding gray area. And I wanted to know how much carte blanche we were gonna give the decision making. Right? I've never been one to say people can't. Y'all are lying. Y'all are lying. Y'all are lying. Are y'all telling the truth? Are y'all telling the truth? Don't just make up stuff, y'all. Oh, man. Don't just make up stuff. Oh, I hope y'all aren't telling stories. This is y'all fault, not mine. Okay, y'all ahead of me, so I gotta watch it now.
Handle everything.
I'm watching it now, y'all. Hold on. Thanks for being ahead of me, y'all. Did he throw a pick? Did he throw a pick? But here's the problem. Here on that pick, listen. With Lamar, you know what they would say? He threw that ball too hard. With Lamar, they would say he threw that ball too hard. With Carr, they're going to blame the receiver. That was a terrible throw. Well, it was a catchable ball. They would crush Lamar for that throw, y'all. They would crush Lamar for that throw. Fair enough. I just saw it too. Okay, fair enough. Good. Look, they must got some smart commentators doing the game. So yeah, y'all want me to hold on or y'all want me to just wait till breaks to talk about it? This is when I would love to have a running game, y'all. What did Crosby do? What did Crosby do to Lamar? For Lamar to have to talk to him. Man, we're supposed to be doing the show, y'all. We're supposed to be doing the show. I can't help it. I gotta see what's going on. Next score wins. drink's good. But like I said, I did have a couple meetings. Jeff, that's very, very level-headed of you. And here's the problem, Jeff. We're talking about extremeness too. Be nice. I don't know. Lamar's going for the win, though, ain't he? I'm not reading y'all comments for a couple seconds. That's okay. We're not going to have one of them long late night shows, so don't worry about that part. Boy, I love how they lower that head, going for them yards. Yeah, I gotta leave it on this page, y'all. I gotta get out. I can't do the comments because y'all be spoiling too much. That was just one screenshot I wanted to check out. But we got a lot to talk about. I mean, like I said, once we get started, y'all, I'll go quick so I can get y'all to bed. Gotta catch that ball. I'm gonna end up losing my fantasy by 1 point. Damn it. Okay. Good fumble. Darn it. Okay, now I can come back. Yep, I'm turning it off. Yep. I hear you, Fabian. I was born by the river. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I turned it off. Y'all was in here telling me. Y'all was telling all the plays. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I did want to see. Okay, let's get back to it. I did want to see how they were going to handle it. I wanted to see how the fans were going to handle it. I wanted to see how alumni, booster, you know what I'm saying, how are they going to address this situation, because it was already hitting a serious point. Like and here's the thing. This fan base isn't being irrational right now. This isn't like an overly emotional fan base situation here. This is kind of a foot down moment. You know what I'm saying? This is not just like I said, everybody's starting to realize you don't have to support. You can support your university, but when you start saying transparency and if you can't rectify this situation publicly without doing something like, oh, well, we hired and that was old stuff, so it don't matter. If you can't figure out a better way to address that, if you can't figure out a better way to suspend Max, if you can't figure out these issues, you know what I'm saying? Like that's when the university as a whole, you say, okay, now it's time to take the reins. You know what I'm saying? Because it's fight or he's mature. Right. Louisville has. See, that's what I'm saying. How do you tout the speed school? How do you tout the programs in the universities and you're not hired? And again, y'all, like I don't want to be that guy, but no. Yes, this is old. There's a lot of new stuff. Do y'all know that this dude was voted one of the top 10 UK tweeters by Matt Jones? Do y'all know, speaking of Lamar Jackson, do y'all know Lamar Jackson blocked him and he was screenshotting the world that, haha, Lamar, I finally got Lamar Jackson to block me. That's the person. 2 seconds of Google, you would have knew the situation with him and the Matt Jones stuff. You know what I'm saying? You would have known that immediately, y'all. Louisville, look at this. Louisville fans are mad today because the director of fan experience at U of L apparently went to Kentucky and used to have some strong thoughts about the Cards. Is that what you think? Is that what you think this is? Used to have some strong thoughts about the Cards. Way to ride. This ain't helping. Not only is this not helping his case, but this is making it obvious. Because why do you care? If you are Mr. Kentucky himself, why do you care if we keep this dude at Louisville? We know why you care. Because he's been trying to win your affection for the last 8 years. This is nothing new, y'all. This is not new. Y'all see this. Like I say, be uncomfortable with it. I am uncomfortable with it. And that's why I had the meetings I had today. I have gotten way past uncomfortable with a lot of stuff, a lot of the decisions, a lot of the ways the decisions are made. So disappointing to see that Louisville actually felt obliged to respond about their video board guys' old pro UK tweets. This is so, who is this? You see what I'm saying? The guy do his freaking job and look out for himself. No, that's his job. Poor guy do a freaking job and look out for himself. That's the problem, bro. That's the problem. And look out for himself. You said it exactly right. And look out for himself. That's the point. You have to believe that these people are not looking out for themselves. That's what to have the mind, and a university is literally a universe, a collection of stars and people and everything. And you have to believe they're all in the same solar system, pulling in the same direction. There is nobody that thinks he is pulling in the direction of the University of Louisville. Absolutely nobody. Well, there's one person. First, it was Vince. See, you see this misdirection from one Perrin Johnson? First, it was Vince because he hired Satterfield. Then it was, see, you see what I'm saying? You see what this is, y'all? This has nothing to do with Noah Peterson's hire. But put on your cape, Perrin. Put on your cape. Nobody was talking about Vince and Satterfield then it's set for play calling, and now it's no. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you? And you hashtagging it up and everything. Yeah, well, listen, we'll check and see where those likes came from too. Man, man, man. Wait, is the YouTube not up? Am I missing something? Hold on. That's what he put out. So these are the people who's riding. First it was Vince because he hired Satterfield. Then it was Satterfield's fault because of the play calling. Now it's Noah Peterson's fault. You see what I'm saying? You're trying to clown the University of Louisville because they got concerns about this hire. Because they're not convinced that this guy is going to provide the best fan experience because of his history, his thorough history between himself, his tweets, his Matt Jones. Like, no, you're proving the point right here. You're proving the point right here. This is so sad. Just let a poor guy do a freaking job and look out for himself. That's exactly what's going on here. And here's the problem as well. We know of multiple qualified people who would die for this job that graduated from the University of Louisville that didn't even get an interview. That's what we're talking about here. This is not picking on a UK grad. This is not picking on a UK grad. So, good ride for him. Good ride for him. Huh. Nick Coffey, I feel you. And listen, y'all, Nick Coffey is a 790 guy. So he's connected to the university on this one. But even he says this is certainly, and that's the nicest way he can say that, this is certainly not a great look. And then, I mean, just look how hard they're coming out the woodworks riding for this kid. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And again, y'all, we talked about this a week ago. A week ago. All you did is shut down his Twitter. We still ain't heard from dude. Right? Is that not enough to make you uncomfortable? I thought the YouTube was up. It says it's rolling. Yeah, as soon as he got that job, he changed it. No, they look. I know they know it by now. But I'm not standing by anymore. Yeah, we're past that. Trying to catch up to the comments. Terrence was good. I just want to see a good product on the field. I hear you. Time to clean house again. Man, we went from the best AD to the worst. Ooh, what a game that was. Yeah, that was a good game. Why do I feel what? Do we? Director fan experience with a pick of the guns down. Yeah. Parent has an agenda. It's up. It just says waiting. Oh man, you might have to refresh your page. Let me go to my channel and see. Let me go. Now it's up and running. It's up and running. Go ahead. Okay, now keep in mind, we're talking about people. There's still people who got furloughed, y'all. There's still people who got laid off, when COVID hit. There's still, like I said, there's still alumni. There's still alumni. There's, like I said, there's a huge fan base of qualified people. And if you vetted, I know you saw some questionable stuff. And it's like there's still better options than that. Late checking in. Check out Lamar Wild Prince catch up. Okay. Okay, just making sure. See, that's what I'm saying. Like consumer confidence is at an all-time low now. We can't argue that. And again, look who's saying it, y'all. Look who's telling you this. Y'all think I woke up? Y'all think I just woke up? Do y'all think I just woke up in the middle of the day? Like, I love y'all. Y'all think I just woke up and decided that this is how I want to play this? Again, I had to call the elders. I had to call the big players. I haven't talked to them all, but a lot of the big players who listen, think about this. I disagreed with a lot of the alumni and boosters. I disagreed that they weren't okay. We all kind of felt the same about the illegal board and all that kind of stuff, and just having people put in place. We were all uncomfortable with that. But I said, this is kind of one of them. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a full chance. I'm going to give it that full commitment, do what I can. You know what I'm saying? Listen, nobody, there's a lot of resources from alumni. There's a lot of resources all the way around here. And to go almost outside position after position, when you start listing who came up through this program, you can tell it's a clean out of all the culture. There's a clean out of culture going on in what it looks like to me. Now, I'm not saying this is certain. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, but I'm saying I'm watching piece by piece, important position by important position, all culture being removed from the universe. Don't tell me this shows up. This shows up on Kentucky newly hired fan experience guy, and he's not gone out of here. So I guess what? We have to do the HR thing every single time. You wouldn't. Shout out to Steve Rummage. Steve treated me to Gustavo's out in North Commons. I haven't ate it yet. I'll have it. Well, I'm not going to eat it all. Don't worry, Lauren. I will have a couple of bites tonight of my leftovers. Actually, my to go. I will have a couple bites. Shout out. Cheers, Steve Rummage. And look. This is how terrible our relationship is. Steve treated me to Gustavo's and a couple of double shots. And I bought this for Steve. Pure, unpasteurized, unfiltered, honey harvested straight from the Amish. Do y'all know how healthy this is for your body? Do y'all know how healthy this is? Bears live off this. And they're strong and mean and virile. Bears live off this. Bears don't got COVID. This right here, to me, the value of Gustavo's versus this, I'm trying to keep Steve healthy for a long time. This is what I got him. I got it when Lauren, please remind me to put this in the bag. Please remind me to put this in the bag. It's very, very important because I don't want to forget it. Because I'll eat that shit. I'll listen. In the morning when I make my lime water, I will. It's awesome. Okay, back to work. Yeah, okay, but there's a process. There's a process. It's funny, Jeff. Steve said the same thing. He said he had a dream that this was the start, and I do believe him with that. Listen, until I'm satisfied about the direction, I'm not doing the blind. I can do the blind cheer for the kids. I can support individuals. But university sport, like I said, my consumer confidence, and you know what I'm saying, it's like, no. And keep in mind, there hasn't been like, okay, football team. Nobody's reaching out for their voice on anything. I mean, what are we doing here? We do admit that these are inexperienced and I'm talking about as a whole. There's a lot of inexperience in the building. And I'm not crossing my fingers hoping it works out. And that's on the university side. In my individual professional side, oh, if y'all are looking for last night's show, it's not up anymore. If y'all are looking for last night's show, it's not up anymore. If y'all are in here last night, you can answer the question why you don't think it's up anymore. You should also understand why. Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yeah, we have plenty. We have so much support. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna catch up. Let me speed up. Yeah, several, right? I'm not gonna say that yet. I don't want to answer that question right now. You can understand why I don't want to answer that question. Right, Fabian. Anybody went to Kentucky? No. See, Linda, I know what you're saying, but I'm not an extremist like that. But this right here, like this right here, keep in mind, y'all, you're talking about working for a university in a real position like that. You know exactly what your history is. But the problem is, I'm not going to get in the way of anybody who says this is not going to fly and this is enough. This, I mean, even if it's symbolic issue, you've had enough people, you've had enough of the culture moved out of here, replaced, forced out. I'm okay with you saying I'm no longer comfortable with these moves. I mean, listen, this has been going on a week. My Twitter should have already been flooded with staff management, damage control. Y'all hear this shit? Y'all hear this? You cannot ignore this stuff. You cannot continue to ignore it. It's not gonna blow over. You're not gonna do that. Because right now, listen, the reason it's not gonna blow over, the moment this gets tweeted, it's not blowing over. When this gets tweeted, it's not blowing over. Absolutely not. And I would not dare request somebody just leave it alone. Be nice. Be nice. That's what I'm saying. This fan base is not being irrational. This fan base is not, like that parent. Oh, it's, no. When we talk about Satterfield, we talk about, hey, we don't like this part. This is what we want to see. This is what we don't want to see. When Coach Mack had his year, we said, this is what he's good at. This is what we don't like. This is what we want to see. There's not a bunch of just irrational, hatred or support. No. That kid, that Peterson kid, is just not an isolated thing. Strong opinions. Well, okay. At what point do strong opinions all your life become a personality? Oh, yeah, I changed last week. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Look, okay. He got blocked by Lamar Jackson and screenshot it and celebrated. Lamar Jackson's recent. In my mind, anyway. No, Ronnie, of course not. Of course not. And if you did, the vetting process would be extensive. The vetting process would be extensive, especially to the UK people. Extensive, especially when you find out he's a top 10 UK tweeter in KSR's eyes. A top 10 troller. Top 10 out of BBN, y'all. Could you imagine being a top 10 troller from BBN and getting this position at the University of Louisville, and how many Louisville people applied for it, and then they see that page? Nobody wants to hear he's changed. They either want to say, no, why did you hire him? Why haven't I heard why you hired him? Convince me that he's the best guy for the job. We haven't heard anything. So when I finally do hear something, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Last night, I talked about a lot of things that go on, you know what I'm saying, about just the People dish it out and they can't take it. And then I say, when you start dishing it back, then everybody wants to kumbaya. And at that point, I don't want to hear it. That's why you have to say, okay, at the point that I don't want to hear it anymore, I want to see something change. And listen, and here's the problem. It's not personal. If it don't change, I'm out. If it don't change instantly, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like big picture, you know what I'm saying? And when I say instantly, I mean, if I don't recognize an immediate change, I don't have to say any of this is okay. You listen, you don't get to keep on doing this and saying, oh, well, next time we'll factor you in when we hire. Next time, just don't worry about this hire. Then don't worry about this hire. We're gonna put this in for now, and then later on down the road, we're gonna have a vote. By then, you done changed the board. You done changed the voting process. You done destroyed the university. I'm not stepping in front of anybody who says this is a disaster and I am completely uncomfortable with it. But here's the thing. I will listen to somebody who says, Marcus, this is why we hired him. This is what we were thinking. This is what the position we're in. I'll listen to that. Do y'all know something I don't know? Have y'all heard something? This shit been pissing everybody off for a week. This ain't nothing new. So you only are, I haven't heard anything. Jeff, and listen, Jeff, this was your message was the message that I previously said, okay, what's the cost? What's the cost? Right? But you can't, okay, you know how when they say when somebody's drowning, you go out there, usually they end up drowning two people. This is the cost where this is a drowning situation. And I am not touching this drowning situation until they calm down. And by calm down, exert some authority on this situation and not just keep on giving me, listen, any board meetings, if you don't care about this fan base enough to have to address this shit with more urgency, whoever, if y'all don't feel like this is important enough to address with vigor, then, like I said, I know the fan base. I know my passion for it. I know my passion for the university. I know the culture. And there's a bunch of people in there with no culture running. They're running it like a and the bad part is I'm okay with you running it like a company if you're putting good company people in place. But you're not. You're going outside the company you're going outside the company, outside of the growth market. You're not hiring guys what good is having an internship program if you keep hiring people from outside? Why would I go into the internship program? You know what happens next? You don't got any qualified people. Because fuck that internship program. If they're not going to hire me. And the people who didn't get an interview here, that are the people who did not get interviews, the people who got interviews and got passed over, the people who didn't even know this was available, you know what I'm saying? It's way too, all the furlough, all the alumni, all the football alumni, basketball alumni who are, think about this, interns, graduates, alumni, and when I say alumni, let's just say all athlete alumni, football, basketball, booster, everybody. When you reach the point where everybody agrees, where everybody agrees, you know what I'm saying, about the hiring practices. Again, listen, the secret's out. It's been made public. The basketball conversation was about the hiring practices. That was a key point. A key point. Hiring practice, interview practices for the program. Again, take everything I just told you. Take everything I just told you and make sure you put it in and you compartmentalize it, because the program is still the people. The program is still the people. But the people are going to have to shock the program. The people are going to have to show that the line has been drawn, and tolerating excuse making, like I said, blind suspension, like that suspension and protocol suspension. You rewrote the rule books for Louisville based on something these coaches didn't do, these players didn't do. You rewriting rules outside of the parameters of anything that puts Louisville in a position to compete. And first time, listen, it's not uncomfortable to say board, first time president, first time ADs, and then you say, okay, when I say first time everything, when you say Satterfield, first time Division I. You don't have to support that. At some point you can say, I don't support this. I don't support this. And again, maybe Peterson is a flashpoint. Thank God. Thank God they brought in somebody so extreme. Thank God they brought in somebody so extreme that you just said, no, not like this. Not like this, not anymore. Perfect. The perfect look. He's the perfect. Listen, he's perfect. And listen, maybe he gets some unfair vitriol, but it don't mean the people are wrong. Maybe it's a little heavier on him than it don't mean the people are wrong. Everybody in this university alumni fan base is uncomfortable with this guy being in a position. And he's just the start. He's the guy that opens up the eyeballs to, and not just him, the way they're handling him. The way they're handling this kid. The way they're handling the situation publicly. When you say names, what do you mean? I mean, does it matter? Does it matter? Because here's the problem. Everybody's going to sit and everybody's going to, okay, you didn't get a swift response. That's like when we watched the NCAA not knowing what to do. Everybody just kind of ducking for cover. Nobody put their face in front of this. Listen, the heart of the Louisville fan base has been talking about this for a week. This is not new. When you say feel the heat, are you asking me, does he care if he does a good job? But here's the problem, y'all. Here's what you got to say. When you fight back, when you say I've had enough, you have to be willing to put it this way, not even willing. When y'all go in there and you have confrontations with your employer, you have to be willing to go elsewhere. You have to know, not just have an option. You know how sometimes you get to the point where you say, okay, they're going to have to make it worth my while to even stay here. You're going to have to make it worth my while to be a fan. You're going to have to make it worth my while to be a supporter. You're going to have to make it worth my while to be an employee. All that stuff. Hold on, I'm catching up. Oh. D Grace. D Grace. You know better than that. D Grace. D Grace. Just like clockwork. D Grace. Like clockwork. Don't worry about listen. Don't worry about that page from last night not being up. Don't worry about that. I promise you, that's not that listen. The best thing that could have happened is that page, that show last night not be up today. Best thing that could have happened. Trust me. Just trust me. Don't worry. This is important. This is an important part of the game, y'all. Listen, the Satterfield situation, the Max situation, this Peterson situation, it's all necessary. It's perfectly necessary because now this is when I tell you 1,000 football players feel the same. 1,000 basketball players feel the same who were fighting. A month ago, they were fighting. 1,000 graduates, speed school graduates, spirit, former walk-ons, lifelong Louisville fan, lifelong, like I said, all the resources you have right here. And they're all pissed off and they're reaching out to me. So, I mean, I'm sure they're reaching out to other people too. But imagine 1,000 people reaching out to me and saying, hey, man, I hear what you're saying. People I haven't talked to in the longest. I didn't even know they were even listening to me. I ain't talked to them in forever. Hey, man, I've been following everything, blah, blah, blah. Money, sponsorship. Investors, sponsors, all that. People are reaching out right now as we speak. I heard what was going on. Finally, it's coming to the light. I had a problem with this too. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. So I would even say how I always say, email me for 48 hours. Don't email me. Don't email me because I'm not getting to it for at least 2 days. Don't even email me. I'm going to clean it out, though. I'm going to clean it out. I'm going to respond to everybody who tired of this shit. So there's that part. Thought it was the ops page. um, hmm. That's not true. D Grace, that's not true. Don't put that on the page if you don't know that. Mm, 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 mm. ah, um, it's temporary. It's temporary. It's temporary. Is that good enough? It's temporary until conversations are had. Don't worry, I didn't listen. Don't worry, I didn't get bullied. That's a little different. That part's a little different. As soon as it opens back up, see, but that's the you don't have to name call, but as soon as it opens back up, you just say, okay, I want new blood in here from UK. Like I said, the fan base, you can be rational. You can be rational and say, you furloughed 30% of the staff and it opened back up and you go to Kentucky for your fan experience guy, and you had all these graduates and all these people furloughed and all this shit, and that's the hire you pull. Again, it's fair to ask the question. Y'all know it and they know it. That's why it's been so quiet. Listen, the play right now looks like they're just waiting to do something good and get everybody excited again. But that's not going to work. That is not going to work. Everybody's going to have a good evening at Louisville Live, but the consumer confidence will not change. And again, if I didn't know myself because of the people who hit me up, and they're active. But what I was going to say is Blake and Baker is going to get tired. You know what I'm saying? Like he's carrying that torch hard right now, y'all. He's carrying it and he's strong. He's going to get tired. He's going to get irritated. Okay. Okay. Behind Blake and Baker, I've probably taken the second most, probably the second most reaching out, like for wearing the flag, you know what I'm saying? Here's the problem though. When you're getting bombarded, I'm gonna get attacked from some left field stuff I don't even have time to deal with. But it's just enough to irritate you. And like I still gotta do shit too. Like I still gotta live. So this stuff that's going on right now is taking up a huge part of my life right now. I haven't let go of the Kentucky cover-ups. So that's taken up meetings about that, talking to people about that. This situation with the hiring, because I have to get all the details about that. That's covering up. Professionally, I got to make some moves. So this stuff takes up a lot of your life. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when y'all get up and y'all see this, it's like you don't have to be a troll. But it's perfectly okay to contact. When they say write your local congressman, write your local university, no. Every morning when you wake up uncomfortable, you should write to your university. And again, I'm not talking about habitual whining. I'm saying, say it like I'm saying it. I am still extremely uncomfortable with this hiring. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. I am uncomfortable with this part of the university. I'm uncomfortable with this part of the university. But y'all gotta keep that. You know how we say the media keeps the pressure on us to where we feel like we're always in trouble? But then when you look at it like 3 years, okay, for last 3 years, the media would on you like you're always in trouble. But if you look at a real calendar, it's like you have one incident, like pick a university. They have twice the incidents we have. But if you let the media put you under a permanent shell, you think you're in trouble more than any other university. You're not. They just said, oh, what you did is so bad, you don't deserve any kind of forgiveness forever. And the media treats it like that. And it's the same thing every day. It's why I did the show last night. It's like, you can't let people get away with that stuff over and over and over and over again. Or you stay above it, but once you hit your line, you hit your line. Because again, I say this in all seriousness, Louisville fans that hit their line with Peterson are the same Louisville fans that just had not blind, but we've given all these new hires and all these new replacements, we've given the program a long time to prove that they have the best interest of the program. We've given it. We've given that grace. So everybody in Louisville did their job. Now your job has changed. Your job is to change now and say, okay, this is what I don't want affiliated with my university now. It doesn't matter if he gets tough questions. It doesn't matter if it's an inside hire. I mean, I know what you're saying, Ronnie. Like, get what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if you ask them tough questions. It doesn't matter if it's an inside job. Okay, if you know somebody screwed up and they have, if they have 48 hours or they have a week to explain themselves and nobody explains it, you learn what you needed to learn. Okay, because there's only a couple of possibilities. Think about it, y'all. We've had tens of thousands of tweets of Cardinal diehards for the last week about this. And nobody has said anything publicly. All we got is a blocked page. Repeat. Tens of thousands of social media interactions since this has taken place. And you mean to tell me that nobody thought this was important enough to address it publicly? No, because that's what I'm saying. You decided to just ride it out because you thought Marcus and Steve were just going to say, well, that was 3 years ago. Marcus isn't. Blake and Baker isn't. Steve isn't. Like I said, even Nick Carpenter jumped in there. You've had ample time to show that this matters. It matters to us more than it matters to you if you don't explain it. And if you don't hear about it, you're not paying attention. So to your point about an AD being insulated, I don't care. I don't care, because if you don't know what's going on, you don't have the right people around you telling you what's going on. If you don't know that there are thousands and thousands of alumni reaching out right now saying, I'm done. And not like I'm done arms folded. I'm done being quiet about this. I'm done letting everybody over there just keep collecting their checks and making their decisions and not explaining. Again, we were sold this entire new regime off of transparency. Do y'all feel like things are transparent? Mark, and nobody is going to blame you at this point. Even before it gets that far. Because it's not about the seats at this point. What if I told you there was a full studio, a full production, multiple cameras, camera angles, studio, sponsorship? Mark, nobody yanked it. Nobody yanked the show. The show not being posted is temporary. Don't get me started in how many ways they're punishing the university. D Grace, you kind of off. You jump into conclusions way too hard. See, that doesn't help anything. That's not the problem right now. Firing Scott Satterfield, like, y'all understand what I'm saying when we say we got a much bigger picture right now? Y'all understand when you say fire Scott Satterfield before you fix the problems, there'll be a new Scott Satterfield in here. If you know what I'm saying? What if the problem really was Scott Satterfield not getting the support from the AD like Tom Jurich gave? What if Tom Jurich's support was the difference? And not just Tom Jurich. You know what? What if president, AD, and coach, what if that's necessary at big programs? Like it's always been a mutual understanding at the University of Louisville. Oh, it started, but you just had to plan. You just can't go crazy just yet. Oh, last night's show, it is not up because um last night's show is not up because last night's show had a purpose. Last night's show had a purpose, and we on step 2 of the purpose. Antron, hold on. Let me make sure you can see this. Antron, Antron, your boy Maven, he don't just get pumped. Your boy Maven, listen, y'all know something about me. Y'all know. Antron, I thought you had a little more faith in me. You think I'm letting anybody just run over me? Listen, you know what? Let me rephrase that, Antron. I've had people run over me, but it's one of those things like I was learning about people when I was letting them get away with that. So I didn't feel like I was getting ran over. I just felt like I was learning. You ever have somebody like, okay, you know what? This is the perfect example. 3-card Monty. 3-card Monty. If you ever sat there and watched somebody throw 3 cards and you're like, damn, that's just 3 cards. And then you bet $1 and then they beat you and you're like, there ain't no way. There ain't no way that my eye's not quick enough to follow that card. And then you know how sometimes like you might just pay a couple extra dollars because it's like, I really want to know how good they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's obvious they got a scheme, but I don't mind paying to learn, right? The radio situation is kind of like that. Not the radio situation, the YouTube situation. I don't mind putting down a couple more dollars just so I can learn the scam. Just so I can learn where it's coming from, just so I can learn how this works. So I can learn about everybody. I don't mind taking a temporary lump to learn how it works. So, your boy Maven, last night's show not being up is definitely temporary. So don't worry about that. Oh, and listen, nobody can pull it from me. Nobody has my login. Nobody can get on my page. If a show is removed, it's because I physically removed it. Just so we're clear. Nobody else did that. No, Solo Hayes. And I saw that on Twitter today. Solo, you can follow the eyeballs that the questions, like the comments, you can tell who's who and what they're trying to get at. You got to think too, y'all. There's a lot of people who want my job, so they'll report something I say here at night to try to get some shit started, so they can come in there and say, "Oh, you fired Maven, I want to get hired." You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of people that'll just just lie. Oh, Maven said this, and Maven said that on his live show. You know what I'm saying? And they'll call me and say, "Oh, did you say something like about this, about that?" I'm like, "Okay, did you watch it?" No, but just somebody told me that you said this and that. I'm like, well, shit, if you ain't watch it, like, what you want me to do? Go watch the show and tell me what you think. I mean, Chris, like, where do we get started with that? Think about it. You just pissed off an army. You raised another army through the furloughs and not coming and hiring new outside. You raised another army. You raised a football army by your listen. When the Satterfield, South Carolina thing happened and there was no togetherness, you raised an army. And again, like I said, I'm not banging on Vince per se, but I'm saying maybe his inexperience of showing solidarity is showing by these armies forming. There's a football army forming, y'all, behind the scenes. You don't even know it. There's a booster army forming behind the scenes and y'all don't even know. The basketball army, they made just enough noise and they have just enough credibility here already that it was a little easier for them to link up. But their army is forming. Army where disagreeing is turning into agreeing. So if I were to tell y'all there's 5,000 people of influence that are ready to, I don't want to say too much. It's a lot of people. No, we will not. I feed Mark, but that's not the big picture. Kendra. Kendra. Don't tell me you just getting in here 4 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago. Oh, maybe 12 minutes ago. But no, Kendra. And so, listen, I did have a good time talking to Steve about that. Okay, well, I mean, again, it's like, okay, lip service versus action, you believe it. Okay, well, talk about what you want to contribute to it. Or just, are you going to sit and fold your arms and just whine? Are you saying something negative about people talking about doing something? Like JTK, you're my guy, but like that kind of negativity towards me telling you that people are having conversations about getting together. Isn't that a start? Like, why would you even have a skepticism about me telling you 1,000 people are reaching out to saying we have to do something? That's a start. So, like, if you can't just brat and moan and then criticize every bit of momentum of people saying, okay, I'm ready to do something. Say what you've done. Say I've done this and I think people should do this and I have participated in this. I guarantee it. Yeah, I'm Cashmere. Everybody knew we were going to be on Bad Beats. Oh, that's coming. Chad, that's coming. Oh. Come on. I wouldn't count on it. But you gotta load up first. You gotta load up first. A lot of things gotta work out. No, step 2 is not tonight. I'm not saying where the problem starts. I'm saying the lack of culture is a problem. Again, Jordan, I think you're making the same point. Right now, y'all, right now, when you talk about football and Satterfield, talk about football and Satterfield. But right now is not the time because here's the problem. Everybody's mad at Satterfield, right? So let's just say you lose to UCF and then Vince Tyree just fires Satterfield. You know what's going to happen? That's like throwing bread to the mob. Vince fired him. But if there's still problems with everybody's comfort level at the University of Louisville, it doesn't matter who you bring in. Because the overall problem of consumer confidence is still not fixed. So listen, when you want to talk crap about your coach, like a football fan, do it. But when you talk about job hirings and money, like I said, you enable a misdirection play. I'm not letting a misdirection play. I'm not doing this right here. This is misdirection. Like those comments and putting Noah Peterson in there to try to cape for Peterson, in my opinion, it's just my opinion. That's just caping. These are independent of each other. Saying Vince made this hire is totally independent from Satterfield. You're complaining about Satterfield's play calling. And it's totally independent from Noah Peterson. They're independent conversations, but that's an attempt to make it look like an irrational conversation, which it is not. Y'all know it. I know it. He know it. He knows he's caping. Listen, Perrin's not dumb. He knows he's caping. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows he's caping. And listen, and don't be mad at him. He's comfortable caping. Okay. Sorry if I sounded bitey then. It's all being looked into majorly. That's just what I know. Like I say, I won't promise anything, but I'm saying, but that's why I say y'all got to keep doing y'all part. Because if one analytic doesn't match up, if they come in there and say 88% of the fan base is basically threatening to stop supporting this university if they're not immediate changes, and everybody else is just out here sitting quiet, then it's like, well, we'll see. They'll call you bluff. But lately, the traffic picked up. You can't, like, Twitter is not everything, but it's a thing. Social media is not everything, it's a thing. Emails is not everything, but it's a thing. And when I go in there and talk to somebody, I need them to have 100 emails on their computer. I need them to say, okay, Marcus, how do we make this stop? But it's like y'all 100 emails or y'all 1,000 tweets. You know what I'm saying? It's like when y'all listen to me, you're listening to somebody who cares more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? So if I go in there as a representative, you know what I'm saying? I need those 1,000 tweets. And like I said, not bitching, not bratting, not whining, not just everything sucks, and not that. I'm not okay with this. I'm not okay with this Peterson thing. I'm not okay with this Peterson thing, and I'm not okay with the silence around it. Because to me, the silence is worse than the hire at this point. It's close. But if that makes sense. No, but that ain't nothing new. Okay. Cashmere, what? Okay. If we lose, if we be honest about this, Cashmere, if we lose, everybody's still gonna be pissed. Pissed at Satterfield, pissed at Vince, pissed at everybody, right? If we win, everybody's gonna still be pissed about what's going on here. That's why I'm saying right now, the focus isn't really on winning and lose. It can change your attitude for a day or two, but here's the problem. If you win, Noah Peterson, they still got away with hiring him. And then they ignored the public until some good news came. So what? Satterfield wins 2 games and we're going to forget about this situation? You know what's going to happen? They're going to hire another one. Y'all know that. I know that. So are you going to let the distraction of beating or losing to UCF interrupt the big picture? That's the problem. Everybody learns in this society. That's what a Friday news dump is. If we win on Friday, they're betting this Peterson thing go away. If everybody have a good time at Louisville Live, they're betting this stuff goes away. That's why I say I'm not focused on the wins and losses right now. I'm focused on the suspension. I'm focused on this hiring. I'm focused on the thousands and thousands of alumni who are saying, no, we're going to make more noise than the law allows. Hypothetically, they want to bring Deion Branch back to get honored. What if 1,000 football players say, what if they hit up Deion and say, nah? What if Lamar's supposed to come in for the weekend? What if 1,000 people call Lamar and say, hey, listen, Lamar Jackson, if his teammates said, hey man, we don't support this Satterfield thing and this Vince Tyree thing, you think Lamar come? Lamar will be back down in Miami for that his bye week. I promise. And stuff like that is coming. And it's not even pressure. It's like the reason you heard about basketball players speaking out of turn so long is because everybody still respects their teammates and stuff like that. If Lamar's teammates, if Makai and Jair and a couple dudes said, hey man, I ain't fucking with Louisville till they get, till they start doing the program right. You know what Lamar's gonna say? Say less, fam. Lamar is going to say less, fam. And here's the thing. They might try to spin it to you. Lamar said he was too busy. Or they might say Lamar turned down the thing. But here's the problem. There's people willing to speak up. There's people willing to speak up now and start saying, no, we called Lamar and asked Lamar not to. We asked Lamar not to be at the statue. Lamar he's not a punk, y'all. Lamar will stand on some morals and principles. He's not just folding. He loves this university. He's not gonna put himself above his teammates like that. Like, okay, if they're just whining, he'll say, oh, okay, I can do it. But at the rate the disgruntled fan base, and not disgruntled, that's a bad word. The former football players of recent and old are starting to unionize. So could y'all imagine? Listen, it would be embarrassing for Lamar Jackson not to show up at a statue unveiling, right? But what would it look like if you had a press conference with 100 former football players and they said, we asked our brother Lamar not to show up for this? You can't just keep on hiring people and not saying anything and just wait until something good to happen. If you make the hire, you stand in front of it. Hey, listen, we are bad. We want to make people feel comfortable with this hire. In hindsight, had we saw it, we wouldn't have hired him, but it's a HR violation if we fire him at this point. But what we're not going to tolerate is hiding until we can throw bread to the mob. If that makes sense. Culture is important. Before it's too late, Hunter. I agree. Jordan, fair enough. It's a conversation. We're gonna find out. Rue, I know what you're saying, but no, it hasn't. I don't think we're gonna win. But again, that's not the point. Hell no. And did they go? And now it's like, how hard did they even go after him? Now you just venting. Yeah, listen. Okay, well, which part does he do that's good? Like I said, I just never want it to sound like venting. So don't worry about the show from last night not being up. That is a part of the plan. Don't worry about. Listen, if you feel good getting excited about Louisville Live, don't worry. By all means, get excited about Louisville Live. But there are changes coming. There are professional changes coming for me. There are going to be some changes at the university in the accountability practices. There's going to be some accountability practice change, and trust me, there will be some changes in accountability. Again, shout out to Rummage. You got me the thing. Lauren, I'm not going to forget to put the honey up. Not going to forget that. What else? When I get off here, I'm gonna watch a couple tutorials on how to do videos without getting them copyrighted. So that is gonna be so much fun, y'all. Blah, be televised. I'm gonna push back the Louisville Live conversation till tomorrow, because be here tomorrow night. Louisville Live is gonna be a good conversation. Yeah, I don't think Satterfield's a bad CEO, and so I'm glad you're kind of being open-minded, because we got to be open-minded. You don't want to brat about the whole thing. Like, you don't want to brat about